The town of Arnprior is faced with a parking dilemma in the downtown core. A bylaw states that a certain number of parking spaces must be met when opening a new venture and fees paid in lieu, something that has recently been waived in the opening of 3 new businesses in the downtown. This is an issue that Mayor David Reed thinks should be addressed and the bylaw possibly amended.
The fact is, and I've said this many a times, I actually don't agree at all with a lot of the parking provisions in our current comprehensive zoning bylaw, and I've been stating that since elected in 2011, and particularly I don't think they are appropriate in the downtown core, given the historical history of the buildings down there and the age of the buildings. Ironically, in 1981, the zoning provisions in the current in the bylaw at that time, I tend to agree with more, where they exempted any parking requirements for the buildings in the downtown core, given the difficulties of being able to physically provide for the parking. My thoughts are, when it comes to the downtown, additional parking should only be triggered by additions and/or new construction. To look at a 100-year-old building and the changes used multiple times over the history of that building, to change and apply zoning, whether it's more parking required or less parking requirement, doesn't make any sense in my opinion.
The mayor would prefer to see the town and the downtown merchants work together to solve the issue.
I think it's something that we need to address. We need to really put some thought on that and come up with an overall strategy for the downtown as well as the rest of the town of Arnprior. Also, to the notion that just because a building has a new occupant goes in and there's a change of use, whether it requires more parking or less parking, I don't think the burden should be on the new occupant. I think I recognize that the parking issues downtown are global in nature, and I think there has to be terms where the town and the merchants share the responsibility globally.
The main problem comes when businesses have already paid their fees for parking spaces and new businesses have recently been waived of the fee, causing a stir amongst other downtown business venues. Currently, there is no solution to the problem, but perhaps there is more to come. Reporting for Cogeco TV News here in Arnprior, I'm Richard Levoy.